Hello, I'm Sean McMillan, the creator of Great Boy the Game, and today I'm going to teach you how to play. So let's take a look at the rules. And then the next card says, give to the first player as you place the Village 1 cards. And so this will go to him as they open up the... You're always going to begin the game at Village 1, which is where we're going to place our group meeple. So let's go ahead and explore our first location. So to begin the game, you will explore Village 1. And so if I look at the very top of my location deck, I have Village 1. So this is the A card, which is very important because it has a list of all the cards you need for this location. So it has A1, which is this card, B1, which it says right here, B1 is going to be the next card, C1, D1, and E1. So this makes up the panoramic view of the village. And so these are various cards that my players can visit. But before we choose which locations we're going to visit, you need to double check for your next objective card. So just as it says, give to the first player as you place the Village 1 card. So now player 1 will read this. Give to the second player as you enter Village 1. So the second player will receive this one. And the third player will receive this one. And that will give them some information about which cards they should visit. Okay? But the most important information about this is actually on the back of this card. So before you explore a location, you always want to read the A card. And so if I read this, it says, B, looking at the village you call home, you see your male neighbor's house. Okay, so this is the male neighbor's house. You see the little house there? C, second, you see your old thatched roofed house built multiple generations ago on the verge of collapse. So this is your own personal house. D, to the right of your house, you see the female neighbor's house. And lastly, E, you see the fields where your parents are working, and if you go there, they're most likely going to ask you to work there for the rest of the day. Okay? So these are the 4 different cards that our 3 players can choose to go to. The next thing that's very important about these cards is sometimes these cards will have an icon on them. So this one has a first player icon on it. That means only the first player can visit that card. And until the first player visits this card, no one else can. Okay? So if he does not choose to go to this card, then no one gets to go to that card. But other than that, anyone can visit any other card. And the other kind of icons you would see is sometimes you'll see this image, an image of one of these tokens on the card. And if you see one of those icons on the card, that means you cannot visit that card until you have access to this icon. And that will come up in the course of the game. All right, so now what's going to happen is the players, based on the information provided to them by their objective cards, they're going to discuss about which of these various different cards they should visit. Okay? And the most important thing is, where does the first player go? For instance, does he go to this card or doesn't he? Well, second player may suggest that he go to it, but third player may suggest that he not go to it based on the various different information that they have. So after they discuss, they will decide where they want to go, and they can all 3, put their meeple above the card that they want to visit. Okay, so let's say first player decides to go to that card, the second player decides to go to the E, and second player decides to go to this card. Now what's going to happen is no one went to this card, so we don't get to look at that card. And then going from left to right, we're going to slowly, one by one, reveal all the cards that we decided to visit. Okay? But before we look at the cards, we do need to calculate the strength cost for going to each card. So since we went to 3 different cards, we're going to lose 3 different strength. Okay, so you lose 1 strength for each card that you explore. Now 2 players could go to the same card. So if second and third player both choose to go to E1, then we're only exploring 2 cards, you would only lose 2 strength.